Nourishing Beloved Community is a program, a well-organized Black Lives Matter of Jefferson County, and it was created to bring community together. It's essentially a way for people of the global majority in Jefferson County to feed and nourish ourselves, coming together once a week on Sundays at a potluck. We share stories, we share ideas, we share dreams, and we share food.
One day, a group of us all were called together, and all these ideas just started bubbling up. And Velda, I think, really said yeah, but what about us growing food for us? And we were like, yeah, how do we do that? How do we support each other in this? How do we do this work for us and by us? We talked about having a weekly dinner, a place that people could come every week. It would always be there. And so we started the Sunday dinners, and the Sunday dinners have just really grown. People outside of our sphere started showing up.
As a person that's not from this area, having a community is something that I'm very used to where I'm from. And it's been very difficult to find easy ways of finding a community of people that are like me or that look like me or have some cultural significance that matters to them similarly to me. So when we started Sunday potlucks and we had a gathering of people that were of the global majority or people that felt very similarly to me that they didn't have a community, it was like a godsend for me.
One of the huge aspects why I really appreciate the Sunday dinners, and being someone who's grown up in Port Townsend, right? I grew up here, didn't really have any kind of community like that outside of my family. But just having a space that you're not felt like an other, you can feel like you don't have to be watched and you can be yourself.
It's basically a food resilience program that's run by us, PGM, for us. And it has several components. One of them is purchasing produce and dairy products from farms of people of the global majority. That's the only place we get our food. So that would be Sky Island Farms, Jacobs Agro, which grows on Shy Acres, and Woodbridge Farms. We are also growing our own food. If you think back to a program that got started during World War II, right? Victory gardens. We are essentially having our own victory gardens to grow food for the troops, which is us. In addition, people have sort of caught on to this idea, so when they come to the weekly Sunday dinners, which is where we distribute our food, other people just bring the surplus they have from their gardens.
In my family, we are a family that believes if you grow something and you don't share, you won't grow as much the next year. So being able to share with a community of people that are grateful to have it and a community of people that will share back with you has been a very beautiful thing to witness. I actually got to make my own Italian seasoning from the shares of what we grew and what 2 other community members grew and combining those things. It doesn't seem like a big deal, but being able to just jar up something for yourself and make your own food out of things that you and your community help grow, it feels great. And it makes you feel a little bit more secure.
A lot of us bring certain things to share without needing any monetary gain or anything, So that aspect of it makes it really community feel like.
Food is such a commonality. It wasn't just artists or just activists. It was just PGM being together and sharing food, which is just a basic human right. It's by us, it's for us, and we get to build real, true connective relationships.
I have a son who is very young, and I wanted him to have the experience that I had as a kid where I could run around with people that looked like me and not have to feel like I needed to behave differently to fit some other culture. And it's really important to me that he gets that. So every Sunday that I can get my kid out there, I have him out there so that he can play with other kids that are like him without this subconscious change that I don't think he needs to make.
We all get together in a small space. It's not like a big gymnasium. So you have that closeness. For me, that's important.
So not just food, but the surplus from our homes, the surplus from our lives. We're sharing all of that together, and that kind of creates jung. And jung is, in Korean term, that means the relational stew that is created when a group of people put in their care, their love, their kindness, their joy. It all goes into a pot, and that creates a stew that can nourish everybody who's been a part of that pot. And that is essentially what Nourishing Beloved Community is.
When we had our open mic Sunday potluck, it was wonderful. It was the most persons of the global majority I've ever seen in one place in this area. And it warmed my heart in a way that I did not imagine. I met people from Polsboat area. We met farmers from Squim that brought us wonderful flowers. We got to share our baked goods with people appreciated having community just as much as we did. It's a big deal in our lives now. And that's really nice.
I got in contact with Ave's dad at one of the local bars. He reached out to Ave, and then Ave reached out to me. And then I got invited, to jam with the band. We were playing, and it just worked out for me to keep on playing with the band. And then our first performance was at one of the Sunday dinners, which is actually really fun and really awesome. Seeing everybody get up there and express that they were nervous, but we were all kind of together like, oh, we got you, go ahead and do it. And there's tears shed, I shed some tears, it was just a beautiful experience. If that's not a great example for the benefits that the Sunday potlucks have provided for our community, the PGM, BIPOC community, then I don't know what is.
We want so deeply to be informed by our community with every step that we take. Having this space to just sit around and talk is something we've been talking about the whole time. Like, how do we have more dinners together? Well, this is the dinner together where we're just eating, sitting around like chosen family and sharing ideas and hearing what people are going through, what people's needs are, and also being able to support them in their joy.
All of those generous contributions that you're making to this program are going to go into the Nourishing Beloved Community pot. And so you'll be a part of the communal jong. Thank you.